Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? Right, I'm going to go straight into what I want to talk about. Guys, I'm sure you know that I'm one of those people that are always talking about the things that oppress us as Africans, the things that stop us from progressing, and the things that colonize us. Activities, systems that have us so colonized that we're still fighting to liberate ourselves and to enjoy true freedom in Africa because of the systems that control us. So you hear me talking about colonization, you hear me talking about neo-colonization, you hear me talking about how foreign investment, the control of financial institutions, and the control of the ability to make capital or to create money are the systems by which humanity is controlled and the system by which we as Africans are controlled. I will not be able to make videos like these soon in the future. Facebook is making it very difficult for messages like this to continue to proliferate. And so sooner or later you will not see me making videos like this, but while I can, I will try to inform and simplify complex issues for people to understand. So we've been colonized by debt, colonized by the ability to create money or to create our own money supply or our own debt systems. And I've also gone into explaining how genetically modified foods are a method of control and a method of colonization of Africans through our food system. So now we've got a new system of Bitcoins that has come up. Everybody believes that Bitcoin is going to liberate people and is going to make it easy for people to transact. I don't understand where it is that people get that notion from, considering that Bitcoin is a protocol that was created to operate on the internet, which was created by people that a lot of Africans and a lot of people don't even know. How is it that you can be liberated by a system that you do not control? How is it that you can be liberated by a system whose owners and creators you don't know? So why am I talking about Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a system no different to all the other systems that I've talked about. The system of the IMF debt system, the system of debt creation and money supply creation. All those are systems that have been used to control Africa, but now we're going into a new system of cryptocurrency. Now, what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is basically digital money. But the reason why digital money was created was not to liberate you. No one is going to liberate anyone else for their own benefit if it's not going to benefit them. So the people that created the cryptocurrency system have created it for their own benefit and not your benefit. It's not for Africans, it's not for Americans, it's not for the liberation of any particular being. But the danger of this cryptocurrency is that cryptocurrency was not created to create a financial system that is going to be independent of the current financial system, but cryptocurrency was actually created as a means to increase the IQ of AI. It is what they call neuroplasty learning, where the AI is increasing its brain capacity, its brain power, by increasing the number of computers that are in the network or the number of computers that are dedicated to creating a network for AI. And the best and easiest way to create such a system was to create an incentive, a financial system that would reward people that will give this AI computers and a network for them to learn and grow. So what Bitcoin did is that in the beginning, anybody that wanted to mine Bitcoin could just have a laptop. You have a laptop, you connect your laptop, and if you know how to code, you'd be able to code and mine Bitcoins. But as time went on, as Bitcoins began to be on demand, it became more difficult, more involving to create the system. So you needed bigger servers, bigger computers, and now people have invested in $1 billion rooms and warehouses full of computers and servers to mine Bitcoin. And that was the objective. By giving people the reward for mining Bitcoin and making them invest in creating the infrastructure, invest in the computers, this is what was needed for AI to start extending its power. But they didn't just want people to mine Bitcoin, but they also wanted people to transact with Bitcoin. And every time that you transact with Bitcoin off your phone and off your device, you're actually joining a network or a neural network that begins to grow the dendrites or the brain dendrites of the internet or of the AI system. So the reward system was to just co-opt people and get people involved in transacting. And every time you transact, the monetary value that you transact together with what you transact for create a tag system, or they are tagged in a hash system that begins to create an inventory or some form of a database of all things that are bought, how they are bought, and what is bought in a system that can never be erased. So the records of what it is that people buy, how they buy them, what they bought, begins to be tagged and begins to be archived in some form of an inventory system so that it stays in the memory of the computer or the internet forever. So what it means is that every single thing is beginning to be taken and created a digital inventory of, being given a digital number and a digital tag, including the people that are transacting and including the currency that is being used in the transactions. This is the infrastructure of the Internet of Things. This is the infrastructure of the future, in which every single thing that we shall trade and every single person that shall trade shall be digitized, and their information, their identity, their source, and their means of transaction shall be stored into perpetuity. And this information is taken by AI. AI learns about our behavior, our characteristics, where we stay, where we live. And this is also connected with other platforms like social network, where AI is also monitoring our character, our behavior, our buying decisions, and using that in the neuroplasty system to learn about our behavior, personality, character, and activities in order for it to become a control system. So as we make money using Bitcoin, and you will make money using Bitcoin, you will be pulled from using physical money into using digital money. And sooner or later, the idea is to get every single individual transacting, utilizing the Bitcoin currency system, and then becoming a part of this inventory system, which is called the blockchain. And once we become members of the blockchain, once our identities are known in the system of the blockchain, once what we buy and sell becomes a part of this blockchain system or this Internet of Things system, we have gone under the control of AI. We will not need human governments to run us. We will not need human governments to tax us. We will not need any human government to police us, because now you will be policed by the internet and by AI. Every transaction you will do will be done on the internet. Everything you own will be recorded on the internet. Everything you will need in future, food, clothes, anything, will be on the internet and will be transacted utilizing cryptocurrency or bitcoins. Every time you walk out of your house, your identity will be known. Your skeletal mass will be known. The weight of your body will be known. You don't need a chip. You will be identifiable in the Internet of Things through GPS and microwaves and the 5G system that is coming to know who you are. And wherever you go, whatever you do, you'll be able to take what you want. You don't have to scan it. It doesn't have to be scanned. The Internet of Things will know what it is you've taken and will be able to debit you from your account directly using a crypto system. When you walk in a toilet, you'll be charged for walking in a toilet. If they want to charge you for walking on a pavement, they'll be able to charge you for walking on a pavement. You will be able to be charged for every single thing that you do. And if you're going to be controlled by a crypto or by an AI, there is no need for individual government. There is no need for national governments, because you can be charged on a global scale. You can be watched and monitored by a global system. You can be policed by a global system. And if you cause problems, dealing with you will not be problematic, because wherever you are will be known at all times. This is what we call the Internet of Things. And this is what cryptocurrency system is paying you a good lucrative amount of money to get you and co-opt you to come into the cryptocurrency system and become part of the digital network. And so when 5G comes in, and will be coming in, is already rolling out in other countries, but it will be rolling out within the next 2 to 3 years, and they are saying in 5 years they want it to become a part of the international system, and that will then form what is called the international or the global IT brain, in which all of us will be tuned in. All our movements, where we go, what we do, what we talk about, will be monitored by the AI brain that will come into effect, and that has already started to come into effect in many parts of the world. And what's scary about this is that there is no real definition about what AI is. They told us that AI was just computers learning, but we're beginning to hear companies like D-Wave that have gone out of their way to create quantum computers that are now going into parallel dimensions to bring in knowledge, resources, and assistance from other parallel dimensions to Earth. I will leave that to your discretion to make up your mind what parallel dimensions are and what kind of resources are being brought in from these parallel dimensions in order to solve problems that smart computers could not solve and that human beings could not solve all along, but will be able to solve going into the future as AI becomes more intelligent than it was always. Some very intelligent people are beginning to say that the blockchain system and the Bitcoin protocol was actually not created by human beings, but it was actually created by AI. It is so faultless in terms of coding that no one can hack into it. Even the best hackers in the world who have hacked the internet, apparently, cannot hack and have failed to hack into Bitcoin. That's how precise, concise, and perfect that it is. And they believe that that code could not have been written by any human being, because human beings generally make mistakes and they usually live little clinches in which hackers can usually hack. So why am I making this video? I'm making this video to warn you. Do not run with every phase and everything that you see coming into effect, even if it gives you money. Because even fishermen will bait fish by putting chum, taking another fish, crashing it up, and then using that bait in the water to give the fragrance of food, and fish come, and that's how they get caught. We are living in a time where full, total control of every being is possible. And we're living in a time where AI is currently on what we call mimic protocol, where it behaves like it doesn't exist, but it already exists, smarter, faster, better than any human being. This mimic protocol is the same protocol that has AI capable to do all the jobs that we do, from accounting, engineering, coding, all the most difficult jobs AI can currently do, but because it's in mimic mode, you simply don't know how capable this AI is. And now it's drawing us in through cryptocurrency so that we become willing participants in a system that is going to totally control us. A deeper form of control than what we've ever seen before in colonialism, and what I say is the threat of GMO. Now, where GMO comes into this equation is that with GMO, even though you decide that you're not going to participate in the monetary system, and you think that you're going to have the benefit of growing your own food, you will not have that benefit if the food has been genetically modified. Because if it's genetically modified, every year you're going to be forced to go and buy new seeds, and you will not be able to buy any new seeds with cash except with cryptocurrency. And for you to have cryptocurrency, you have to be part of the Internet of Things. I know a lot of you guys think I'm complicated and you struggle to understand some of the things I say. And because this is Facebook, you think what I'm saying is irrelevant. The next 10 years will be the most trying years for humanity. You gotta be prepared. You gotta be knowledgeable. And you gotta stop just jumping into things that you don't fully understand. And for those of you who think that the Bible is a fallacy, everything that that book said about the times that we're going into will be fulfilled. And it will seem like a movie. But what is about to come is not going to be a movie. You will not need anybody to police you because your cell phone will be able to deal with you. Your car will speak to your cell phone and be able to deal with you. Your fridge will speak to your cell phone and be able to deal with you. Your aircon will speak to your phone and be able to deal with you. All these things will be locked into the human, to the brain, the IT brain or the AI brain that is going to control the world. And everything around you will be controlled by the internet and AI. Your lights, your gas, your petrol, your vehicle. You will not be able to do anything without the permission of AI. I talk too much. We might be those people that are gotten rid of first in this system. But for those of you that don't talk too much, you need to know what's coming. You need to know what happens. And Bitcoin is going to be rewarding for some of you, but it is a price you're going to pay for your freedom. It is a price that you're going to pay to lose your national sovereignty. Good night, guys.